Good afternoon, all, and happy Friday. I trust everyone is safe and well. Welcome to today's Open Civil Designer Software Classroom. Fridays are dedicated to the Design Center module, and today we welcome back Andrew Cole. Please, as always, feel free to use the text chat service in the GoToWebinar app to ask us any questions you may have during Andrew's presentation. So without further delay, Andrew, please take it away.
Good day and welcome to today's Design Center webinar. In today's webinar, I'll be showing you a few new script functions that you might find useful. And then I'll also be showing you some new CAD functions. Okay, to start with, I'm going to show you a script that'll centralize the data in the columns of the table. So remember this platform that we designed previously. If we take a closer look at the coordinate list, the data isn't centralized in the columns. So I'm just going to publish that layout to a separate drawing. The program automatically adds a plan number to the actual main drawing's name, plan 1 from the layout. It's automatically added just to distinguish between the different layouts that you're publishing. So I'm just going to open up that published drawing, plan 1 drawing with that coordinate list. And as you can see, that data isn't centralized in the columns. So I'm going to run this little program. It's our scripting functionality. So it's file script, run script. And this particular one, it's not a standard script. It was specifically written for a client. And I'm just going to click on the table. So just ask you to indicate the table, and you can see it does centralize it. This particular script doesn't have a undo button. So if you would like to undo it, then the best would be just to close the drawing and not save it. Okay, which I'm going to show you in this case. So I would just reopen that particular drawing and back to the original state. So that would be the big undo. I'm just going to run it again because I do actually want to centralize the table. So it's file script and run script, and that's that table text centering script that I'm running again. And I'm happy with the result, so I'll just keep it and save that published drawing. This particular script would only work on published drawings. So maybe a better example would be to look at this tutor project where we've got a sewer network and we've generated a sewer schedule. So if I plot these plan layouts, I'm just going to plot it to a separate drawing quickly. So as I said, the script would only work on a published, separate published drawing. Okay, so let's open up that tutor project plan 1 with the sewer schedule. It's got a sewer and a earth connection schedule. Just going to zoom into the sewer schedule, and then we're going to run that script again. So file script, run script, and that table text centering script. Just click on that table. There you can see it's nice and centralized all the data in all the columns. So it could save you lots of time and effort if you have lots of layouts to prepare. Okay, so that was the one script I wanted to show you. And then the other one is a centroid of a polygon. So I'm just going to open up this cadastral drawing to use in this exercise. And I've zoomed in over here to this earth. It's a little panhandle. So we want to move that earth number to the middle of that polygon area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it, go modify move. going to ask me where it needs to be moved to. So I'm indicating what I want to move, and then for the destination points, I'm going to use the file script, run script, and there's a relatively new one, which is now in the folder with all the other scripts. So if you're looking for the normal scripts, it's in the C drive, the program data, knowledge base software, Civil Designer 8.3, and the scripts folder. Okay, so that's the standard folder where we save all these script files, and it's this jump to polygon centroid. Okay, so it's asking me now for the polyline, for that perimeter of the polygon, and I clicked inside there, I've clicked inside, and it's jumped to that new destination, center of polygon point. Okay, so that was a request from one of our users, and we have now added it to the list of scripts in that program data folder. Okay, if I go to file script and edit script, I just want to show you if you're ever interested in writing your own scripts. We're using that WinWrap basic, and if I go to the help, there's quite a comprehensive help file explaining all about scripting. You can see WinWrap basic is a visual basic for applications. If I go across here to the content section, what is a script, explains that it's a program to automate routines, add new functions. It'll explain how to write your first script, all the steps, all the basic steps. If you're ever interested, there is this comprehensive help file to make use of. Okay, so I'm just going to close the scripting help file and then the editor. You don't necessarily have to run the scripts from that file script run script menu. A lot of our scripts are already built into our functions. For example, under tools jumps, quite a few of the jumps are basically scripts that are running, and in the toolkit as well, under the toolkit application, if you had to look at the various general toolkit functions, a lot of those are also just scripts that get run. So I've just shown you one or two that are not currently in the menus, but you can actually add them if you use those external utilities of ours, the menu or the toolbar editor. You could actually add them in yourself. There's one more that I'd like to show you, which is aligning text to an existing line or existing text to a line. So this one I'm going to run from the script run script function, and it's aligned to existing text. So we've had a request for this. So you select the text, run that script, and then you select what you want to align it to. So that's something that people have been asking for a while, and we have now added it. Okay, so next up, I want to have a look at the polar drop and repeat functions. I'm just opening up this polar drop and repeat drawing. So the polar drop allows you to copy and paste entities around a center point. So generally, if I select an entity and I'd run that modified drop, you'd be copying and pasting essentially that entity that you've selected. But in this case, I'm just selecting the source point, and then I'm going to, instead of just dropping where I want to paste it, I'm going to right click and do the polar drop option. Okay, so that would allow you to repeat around that center point the pasting of those entities, the copies. So wherever you click, you could then insert those copies. I'm just going to select that endpoint of each polyline just to show you that you could do them linked to each other, like I've just done it. The alternative, I'm just going to undo, would be to use the modify repeat function. So I'm selecting that polyline again and then using modify repeat. The repeat function allows for linear or polar, also around a center point, repeat or pasting of your entities. I've selected 5, and you can indicate the angle between the repeats, or you can indicate a total angle that will fit in those number of repeats that you need. So I'm just selecting in the middle and I'm indicating the angle between. So it's the start and end point. It's going to pick up an angle, and then based on that angle, it's just going to insert all the repeats. So if you make the angle a bit bigger, it's going to leave a gap um, for the start and end point of the next pasted entity. Okay, so I'm going to show you some more of that modify repeat. I'm just going to put in a geometry cross. There's already a geometry circle and some geometry slope lines at 45 degrees. I just want two slope lines, the one's at 135, the other one I want to put in at 45 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to use that in-between angle of 45 degrees. So I just want to show you how that would work with the modify and repeat function. Okay, so I'm using modify repeat, keeping the 5 items, additional items that I want to create. The times I need 5 entities, and I'm setting that 45-degree angle. So yeah, we've set the angle between to 45 degrees. So it's the angle between the start of your first entity and the start of the next copy. So subsequent copies would all be at 45 degrees. Okay, I'm going to run it again. So modify repeat. And this time I'm going to select the total angle. So I'm typing in the total angle. Let's try 360. And we just have to then click on the center point for the polar repeat. So in this case, it's created 5 entities around that whole 360-degree circle. Okay, so total of 5 entities. So I'm just going to delete and run that repeat function again. Okay, so those are the two where you actually type in the angles, but if I run modify repeat, I'm just going to zero that 360, and then you've got the indicate options now. So you can indicate that angle between, so my center point, my start and end point. So that's my 45 degrees. So that 45 would be from the start point of the first entity to the start point of every subsequent copy. Okay, so that's the indicate option. And then if I go modify repeat again, that was angle between. So that was angle between. I'm going to do total angle with the indicate graphical option. Click on the center point. So I'm going to go from there to there. So that's 270 degrees. Okay, so that's the 270-degree angle, the total angle. So maybe if I dimension that, we can have a look exactly what it did. I'm just going to use dimension angular with the 3-point method, center point, and then my start point. So it looks like it's gone from the end of the entity that you're copying to the end of the last entity that it pasted for you. Okay, so that's the 270 degrees that was used in that modify repeat. Okay, I'm just going to delete all the geometry and just clear selection. Then I'd also like to use this drawing just to show you there is a new radial dimensioning option. If you go to dimension radial, so for the radius of this particular circle, there is this new angle snap that's available. If you don't use the angle snap, then there's no fixed point. You just click wherever you need to drop your radius dimension. But if you switch it on, you can see that it's got these 5-degree increments all around that it'll actually hook the text. So if you want to put it perpendicular or wherever you want to put it at those 5-degree options, it'll actually lock it at those points all around your radius positions. Okay, so that's just a new option in the radial dimension function. Okay, and then finally, I just want to touch on this new select option. There's a new select same, which works if you select one entity in your drawing and you right click and you go to select same. So you can select the same type, which in this case was an arc, and you can see all the arcs in this drawing now have been selected. If I select a piece of text over here, I can right click and use that same select same option, same type. You've got quite a few options there to match the properties, but in this case I'm using the text, so all the single line text has been selected. If I select this B5 item of text, I can use that select same. Let's try maybe the same text style. So all the text with that text style, in this case the multi-line text with that text style has been selected. So bear in mind with this select same, you always have to have one item selected, one entity. It's also on the pull down menu, that edit select same. You can see properties not applicable are grayed out. And then we also have a new toolbar. So view toolbars, there's a new selection toolbar that you could make use of. Selection. Remember that then gets added to the bar, the tabbed toolbar at the top of your screen. It's got all the normal selection items like clear selection, delete selection, your filters, and then the select same icon is added in there. So I've just left clicked on the select same, so it's applied that to all that text again. Remember, if you right click on your icons with that little black triangle arrowhead in the corner of the icon, you get the flyout. So then you can see all the different options that we have under the select same icon. I know I've been making a lot of use of the select same, so I hope you find it useful as well. And that's all I've got time for today. Until next time, cheers.
Thank you, Andrew. That was great. And thank you to all who attended today. Please have a fantastic long weekend. Yes, Tuesday is a public holiday in South Africa. Take care and goodbye for now.